The Nintendo Wii is an interesting console to say the least. Despite it still being the best-selling Nintendo home console of all time, it set the company far apart from the other major gaming companies with its odd controllers and more interactive or even childish style in games. Even though it set Nintendo up for some unfortunate years in the future, I still have lots of love for the Wii and always enjoy going back to revisit some of my favorite games on it. Today, we're going to be counting down my top 5. Alright, so before we begin, I got a few things to say. So if you haven't already, go and check out my other top 5 SNES games, as this is the second video in my console game ranking series. Next is the Wii U, but that won't be for a bit. Anyways, also similar to that video, I'll be including non-Nintendo exclusives, but really only one, so it's not a huge deal. And with that, let's get into my number 5 spot. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Being my first Smash game, I never really knew what to expect from Brawl. Even though as a kid I mostly just spammed random buttons, Smash Bros. Brawl was still a blast to play. Even though most people say it's generally one of the lesser Smash games, I still hold a soft spot for the game. And my brother mained Meta Knight, so believe me, I knew how broken he was. Anyways, even though the base game of Brawl might not have been insanely impressive, it did boast some amazing new characters, and of course, a true Smash story mode. Characters like Solid Snake made everyone, even non-Nintendo fans, get interested in the game, and to this day are still some of the most beloved characters. But really, I don't think any Smash game since or before will ever top Subspace Emissary. Playing through this mode was just so much fun, and doing it in co-op was even better. Despite just having some really fun levels and bosses, it was so awesome to see all the iconic video game characters come together to fight with and against each other in an epic story that nailed everything from action even to some pretty emotional scenes actually. But overall, despite some of its flaws, I still love Brawl for what it is, and I'm happy to have it here at the 5th spot on the list. Oh yeah, and let's not forget that amazing main theme and opening. Anyways, on to number 4. Super Mario Galaxy. If you've been following my channel, you guys will know that I actually never fully beat this game and its sequel until a few months ago. Why is that? I don't know, I guess I was just a lame kid. But anyways, even with no nostalgia for it, I can't deny that Super Mario Galaxy is a masterpiece of a game, and the pinnacle of platforming games, and better than the sequel in my opinion. With an amazing soundtrack, actually pretty decent story for a Mario game, iconic and interesting characters, and of course the amazing level design and abilities you get to experience, it's no wonder Mario Galaxy is often considered the best 3D Mario game. Despite how great most things were, it still had some flaws, keeping it at the number 4 spot. Nonetheless, Mario Galaxy is an absolutely necessary game for anyone that owns a Wii. Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports. Now it might be kinda surprising to see these games only at number 3, and even I admit they probably could have been higher, but the next two games just mean a bit more to me. Anyways, I do believe that Wii Sports Resort is the better game, but I can't deny that Wii Sports was what started it all. Honestly, past all the memes and stuff, Wii Sports is definitely one of the most iconic games of all time that everyone has at least heard of. While other games had to work around the Wiimote, Wii Sports always felt like it was made specifically with the controller in mind. It worked so well to get everyone having a great time and was always fun to use. Within the game, all the mini-games were well made and fun to play, while certain games like bowling and golf will always be remembered. I personally remember having an absolute blast with the plain mini-games in Resort. Still, bowling is really the pinnacle of Wii Sports and shows the Wii at its absolute best. Both of these games are still to this day my favorite games to play locally with both my friends and family, due to the simple controls and easy to play mechanics. They can create some truly wonderful and unforgettable experiences that everyone should get to try in their life. Disney Infinity. Say what you want about this game, but it's still one of my favorite games to this date. Sure, it's pretty much just Disney trying to make money off of the major Toys to Life thing that was going on, but I don't care. I never cared for Skylanders or Amiibos. I still only have one to this day, actually. This game is really the only Toys to Life game that ever had me hooked. Why wouldn't you want to play as your favorite Disney characters in a big sandbox world where you can create whatever you want? This game is not very well designed, animated, or honestly it's just really not a very well made game, but it's just so freaking fun. I do admit that nostalgia might be kind of clouding my view, but it's the Wii we're talking about. Most of these picks are based on nostalgia. This game is just insanely random and kind of stupid, but that's what makes it fun. While there are story modes, the highlights were either character-specific minigames or just fooling around in the hub world in multiplayer. The combat is extremely simple and the vehicles and helicopter mechanics kinda suck, but it's all just fun. I mean, you can equip Lightning McQueen with missiles and blow everyone up, or use one of the many items to mess around and have fun. There's just so much possibility and openness to this game, which is why I love it so much. You can always find something new and interesting to do. Alright, so before we get into our number one spot, I want to shout out some honorable mentions. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. While personally not my favorite Zelda game, Skyward Sword still did have a lot to offer with its unique design and characters. The motion controls were a little weird and not all the dungeons were super memorable, but I still really enjoyed Skyward Sword for what it is, and I probably would have placed it number 6 on this list. LEGO Star Wars. As a kid, I was a huge fan of LEGO, and the games were no exception. While not my personal favorite, Star Wars: The Complete Saga is for sure the most iconic of them all. I remember some of the levels being kinda annoying, and I've never actually fully completed the game, but just messing around in the more open levels was always fun. Whether you're crafting a unique character or just listening to Yoda dying, there's lots to love about this game, and it's also a must play for any Wii owner. Toy Story Mania. This is probably the least known game in this video, but honestly it doesn't deserve to be. Toy Story Mania is based on the rides at the Disney theme parks, and it uses the motion controls to play all sorts of carnival-like games. You can shoot targets, glass plates, and all sorts of Toy Story themed things. It's really fun, and everyone should give it a try. Wii Fit. While not living up to the standards of something like Wii Sports, Wii Fit was still super creative and fun for the whole family with its Wii Fit board. I never actively used it to keep fit or anything, and more just played it for the minigames, like that awesome obstacle course one. Also, who doesn't love dog and cat Miis? I mean, come on, these are adorable. Anyways, that's all the honorable mentions, so now on to the number one spot. Mario Kart Wii. Really, what other game could it be? As the second best-selling Wii game of all time, Mario Kart Wii was destined to be popular. I do love the new Mario Kart games, but I still like Mario Kart Wii a lot more. It was the only Mario Kart that I ever fully completed, getting all the golds in every single track, which was not at all easy. Speaking of tracks, this game still has some of the most iconic and fun tracks to race on, my personal favorite being, of course, Coconut Mall. It might ruin friendships, but it's worth it. This game is such a blast to play. While other games might use the Wiimote better, with the wheel attachment, this game is super fun. Honestly, I don't know what I can say. Mario Kart Wii is truly my favorite Wii game, and is what I believe to be the best Wii game of all time. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for my top 5 Wii U games coming in the near future. Thanks again, bye.